Hello. Welcome, everybody, to this week's Saturday workout. Today, we're doing something that's a little bit more heartwarming for the holiday season. And that's kind of going to be the theme for the rest of the month as long as we do have workouts. Remember, we do avoid having workouts close to holidays. Like we've said before, our standing policy is spend time with family and friends, take care of yourself and your family first and foremost, and bring that positivity into the booth with you. So, around holidays, time off, everything like that, you guys have time for yourselves and for your family, and we really want you to just enjoy that time. And heck, even if a workout would kind of get in the way of that, please prioritize yourself and your family first. Health and well being is super, super important, and you need to bring that positivity in with you to the booth in order to deliver the best thing that you can. And with that little diatribe out of the way, let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to start with Zaxel. Whenever you're ready, Zaxel, give us a cold read.
Alrighty. There was once a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you, and you create very real as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy.
That was
Balsam
good
Hill.
too. There you go. There you go. All right, who's going next?
Zaxel,
Zaxel.
you
Yeah,
get
you
to
get to
choose that.
choose. You have your pick of the litter. Who gets to go next?
My goodness, I forgot about that rule. Uh, hey, James, how about you?
There once was a tree lovingly made to look real, yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. Andrew.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Baslam Hill. Bric-a-brac.
There was once a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. Amanda.
Okay. Once there was a tree lovingly made to look real, yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. And last but not least, Mike. Who else
Hey,
am I
it's
going to
me.
choose?
There once was a tree lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. Okay. Now that that frog's out of there, let's go ahead and talk about this script. So what I like to what we I'm going to be a little bit long with these descriptions because we do have somebody new. Make sure that they're in on it as well. We always like to start with figuring out the kind of microphone technique or delivery technique that we should have with a script, and those are generally tied to the type of script and how it's going to be used. So the terminology that we use here splits into two sections: voiceover and voice under. A voiceover delivery is something where your voice is up front and center for the specific for the specific script, and that would be for things like theatrical or character work. Um, Certain kinds of commercials would also be that way. It depends on if your voice is the main thing that people need to be paying attention to in terms of the script. Otherwise, the delivery would be voice under, where you take sort of a backseat role to the images that are happening on screen and you're trying to direct your listener's attention to what is in front of you. So that could be things like no, not clearing your throat. That could be things like most car commercials, with certain kinds of theatrical delivery. Sometimes, if you're reading, if you're narrating the thoughts of a character, or if you are, um, why am I completely blanking on like all of my examples? Or mostly it's commercial work. Usually,
Because you stayed up till 4.
yeah, yeah, shut up. I slept in, okay? I slept in. Call me
Attaboy.
out, why don't you? Hey, you know what? Great example. This is why you don't stay up. Just don't do it. Go to sleep. Let your brain recover and work properly the next day. Um, yes, thank you. Yes, I know, Andrew. Friends are fun, but still, we've got to take care of ourselves too. So, anyway, with my poor attempt at describing those out of the way, essentially what it is your voice the main character or is it a supporting character? That's kind of what we're asking here. So with that hopefully simplified, making a little bit more sense, what kind of delivery does this script require? Voiceover or voice under?
I'm going to say under.
Under? Okay.
Under.
I'd say
Uh,
voice under.
Agreed. The voice is the supporting character, telling someone else's story. And it's the TV ad.
wow. I think this is the first time that everybody's actually unanimously agreed and that nobody
Yeah.
says it could be both.
But it could be both.
Thank you. Yes, this is definitely voice under because, as you can see, the direction there actually has a full scene built out. Like you can see specifically everything that's going on in the scene based specifically on that direction. So, and also, yes, it does say TV 30. Generally, a TV script is a voice under script. You aren't the main important thing. The images on screen are. Normally, nowadays, the whatever is on screen is going to be doing all of the hard sell. It's going to be telling all of the deals, all of the numbers, all of the limited time stock or buy now, things like that. That's usually going to be on screen and not necessarily said by you. So, um, generally, it's a good idea to assume that since it's a TV script, it is going to be a voice under delivery. Is that always the case? No, but it's a good general assumption. That being said, let's talk about it. Who is speaking right now? Who are you? Who's your character?
The
A
narrator?
narrator.
Okay. The narrator?
I imagine like it's the like you know how some families have Christmas traditions where they'll read a specific book.
Hmm.
I imagine that it's like right next to a fireplace in a comfy big chair. You're telling the story to the family.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you are like the matron or patron of your family reading to the children.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool approach to it. I like that.
That's kind of more in line with what I'm talking about. I'm imagining like a sort of yeah, like a matriarch of like someone who likes to tell stories, whether it's a mom or a grandma. But I feel like I'm also using this as a way to like, comfort someone like who's just coming in, like, if they're having, like, a hard they're like, let's say they're at, like, a family gathering and, they're having, like, a hard time they're having a hard time fitting in because they're, like, it's just, like it's like you're telling a story to somebody who has, like, a little bit of an identity crisis, but actually, I was gonna say the same thing that Andrew did. Yeah, I was thinking, like, someone's telling a fairy tale.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, 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 that's fine. That's fine. Get your ideas out. But yeah, yeah, somebody telling a fairy tale. That's like a story. You are a person reading a story to another person. Any other thoughts? Any other ideas? Again, we're just kind of spitballing. We're just going to put everything out there. We'll see what works, and then, if it doesn't, then whatever.
The tree speaking in third person.
Oh, okay. So you are the tree. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I think there's actually two characters in this.
I was either
Okay.
gonna say that, or it's the narrator doing the impersonation of the tree as well.
Okay. But
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just thinking the lines right after with sincerity. This is the answer that the tree has asked. So the narrator kind of has that first chunk, and then the very last line before the product. But those two lines or that line I've got everything word wrapped, so it's two on my screen. But the your roots will grow, that almost seems like it needs to be a different character. Um, because it's not the narrator saying this to the tree. It doesn't feel like it anyway. So not necessarily I don't think it necessarily needs a new voice, but a different emotional space.
Okay. Anything else? Any other thoughts? Okay. If any of those sound good to you, make sure to note those down. But let's talk about James brought up emotional space. Let's go ahead and talk about that. What are some emotions that our listeners should be feeling when they hear us go through this story? What is the emotional tone and the goal for that in this script?
Warm and empathetic.
Okay. Those are actually really fantastic. Please, in a separate section on your personal notes, note those down. Warm and empathetic. Anything else? Oh, I mean, this one's easy. It's given to you. Sincere. It's in the script itself. Anything else?
Feels kind of cozy.
Cozy's a good one. So it says over
Um,
here after. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
uh, Empathy comes to mind.
Empathetic.
Encouragement.
Encouraging. Okay. Good ones too. So the thing is, like, it says here in the directions, second sentence, I think it is. Yeah. After gazing out of the window at a real tree covered in snow. So this is, I mean, this is clearly, also it says lights and ornaments for the holidays. Like, this is clearly a holiday script. So when you think of the holidays, when you think of, whatever it is at the end of the year that you personally celebrate, what are some, what are some feelings that come to mind?
Nostalgia.
Ooh, that is a good one. That is a good one. Okay. Nostalgia.
Joy.
Hey, there you go. Tidings of comfort and joy.
Camaraderie.
Ooh, camaraderie. From TMC Mod in the background over there. Celebration. Those are all great. Here's one. How about hope? Think about the subject of the
Yeah.
script. Think about what's being talked about here, right? So there's a tree that feels like they like they don't know where their roots are, right? They want it to be real. but it was only made to look real. And then it's given hope by a real tree outside, what it wants to become. Your roots will grow in the hearts of those around you. That's a hopeful message. So I think hope is another great one that we could add there. And also, just to be really, really, really pedantic and careful, it's Balsam Hill for pronunciation. Balsam Hill.
Mm.
Kind of tied in with hope, kind of having a dream.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It almost does have kind of a dreamy quality to it, doesn't it? After the workout, I will go ahead and I'll post the link to the original so you guys can actually watch it and see for yourself what it was like. But yeah, I think we've got a good amount of um, of potential emotional keywords that we can use for this. Um, before we move along, oh yeah, what is the overall message of this script? Like, if you were going to summarize what the script is trying to say in like one sentence, just something really, really short, um, what is this script trying to tell you?
You don't need to be like the other trees in order to have an impact on someone.
Okay.
You don't need to be related to relate to others. And also, um, shit. Oh, no, sorry, excuse my language. Yeah, I think he basically took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay.
Another take on that would
You
be
are
it,
valid, you are special. It doesn't matter what you're
yeah.
made of, you are special and you are valid.
Or no matter who you're around, they are your family.
Hmm. I love it. In on Twitch, get your Christmas tree from Balsam Hill for 40% off.
These trees are
Facts.
$400.
Yeah.
They better be making memories.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, I mean, they're pouring the money into the advertising. That is undeniable.
Memories are made with families.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's usually the reason for this exercise is it's always a good idea to know specifically what your goal is, specifically what story it is you're trying to tell, because that makes the choices that you make along the way so much easier. Yeah, yeah, almost 2,000, but 2,000 bucks for a tree. Um, we're not here selling it, right? We would be hired just to read the script. That is our entire goal. It is to read the script and it is to bring it to life. So that should be our focus. The quality of the product isn't within our pay grade. It isn't within our wheelhouse. We're just asked to be the specialist in emotional communication. So, um, before we move on to the directed reads, does anybody have any questions or comments about anything about the script, about the direction that we came up with, anything whatsoever? Okay. All right. So go ahead and take a look at the notes that you've written down about um, not only the message, but about the character, emotional direction, all of that stuff. Take a look at that and try to come up with a path for yourself to want to take us through those emotions to the end of the script and give us a hopefully land with that proper goal that we talked about when it comes to making your listener feel warm, welcomed, and part of whatever this little world is. So, that being said, I'm going to stop rambling and hand it over to Zaxel. Zaxel, whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us a read.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
All right, opening it up. What did you guys think?
Right from the get-go, I feel like you have, like, the perfect voice for this kinda stuff. Your voice alone is naturally very warm and cozy, and I feel like it's very engaging.
Thank you.
Well, Zaxel, you stunned him. Nobody has anything that they can say.
I guess so.
I'm trying to figure out how to articulate this. I think the pace could have been just a teeny bit slower, I think, and maybe um, varied the delivery, not so much in pitch, but in that pacing. As you get to different ideas within it, it all felt the same speed all the way through.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Speed.
was gonna say the same thing. You settled into a nice vocal range, so not too high, not too low, just a good range. But you didn't really deviate from that very much. It was incredibly I wouldn't want to say robotic straight through, but you could add in a little bit of variance. So, for
Mm.
instance, you technically have two characters talking. What character did you decide to play this from? Who are you in this script?
Um, so I felt that the narrator was um speaking to the tree. So I saw a sort of fatherly or grandfatherly character speaking to the tree.
Okay.
And I see that the tree is kind of its own character right there in the question.
Mhm. So then let's solidify and clarify that a little bit more. You are the father of your family,
Yeah.
right? And you are telling the story. Like the thing is I want to make sure that your decisions are really really clear. So you gave me
Mhm.
a little bit of a wishy-washy character this came from, and that's okay, perfectly fine. But let's just solidify that and let's see what it does for your read.
Okay.
So you are a father telling the story of this tree to your kids and to the tree.
Mhm.
Okay? Maybe you're sitting in the living room, you're on the couch, everybody's on the floor, the tree's in the background, the fire is blazing off to your right. It's nice and warm, everybody's in those Christmas colors, decorations all over the place.
Mhm.
Just feel that scene, give yourself a second if you need to, and go ahead and deliver it again.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet, looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay? Just as a note, timing wise, you're about 29 and a half seconds.
Okay.
So I'm going to open it up. Now that everybody's heard that, I'm going to open it up. What did you guys think of that delivery?
I definitely hear a marked improvement.
Um, the first half felt kind of reedy.
Hmm.
It felt a little reedy, like you're reading the words and then maybe not the phrases. The second half didn't feel reedy, particularly when you started speaking as the voice with the answer. Um, I really believe that one. Like, it felt like um, it felt real
Hmm.
to me. Um,
Wow. The funny thing is, Bric-a-Brac, I'm of the opposite mind.
really?
I actually really liked the first half. It
Me too.
felt like It felt like Zaxel had this storybook open and was reading it aloud, and then sort of started rushing through in the last half. I felt that
Mm.
that the connection wasn't quite there. Um, but hey, I think that what that means is that Zaxel, you gave us such a nuanced read that we've got really disparate views of what was going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, in
But
a way, I like that.
well, I mean, so there's a lot of value to that because
Yeah.
again, what you want is to get whoever's listening to your read to talk about it. You want them
Mm.
to think about it and to talk about it. So yeah, that's not a
Mm.
bad thing. Um, I think you could. I would be happy with you sending that in because of that. Like if this was an actual audition,
Mm.
but let's try to alter it a little bit. But before we do, I'm gonna open it back up. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to say about that last read? Anything at all? Positives, negatives, observations? Nope. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
So, um, so here's the deal. We're going to change this ever so slightly. You guys are now camping. So
Mm.
you're no longer inside. You're no longer talking to just a bunch of really little kids who've just opened up their toys and maybe not be paying super close attention to you. You guys are camping, and maybe it's just you and your one child, and you're like, hey, I wanted to tell you a quick little story about something.
Okay.
Maybe that they are kind of, I don't know, they're not really feeling like super connected with things, or you know give them a motivation to hear what it is you have to say
Okay.
and share what you have to say through this story.
Got it. Okay.
Right, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet, looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, opening it up. What did you guys think of that one? Hey, yo, slow down, please. Pacing is fine. Pacing is fine.
More energy?
Hmm.
Don't you dare. Of course, I didn't explain the zones. Why would I do that? That would be responsible of me.
Mm, okay. So, zone one. Oh, gosh.
And all of the mouth noise.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Okay. Zone one. Got it. Does this sound about right? Right here? I know it's probably hard to tell.
I don't know. You right up close on your mic?
Yeah, I'm writing it up on it.
All right. Go for it.
Yeah.
You want the same campfire, talking to my son?
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Okay.
see what this really close read does.
Okay. Sounds good. There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet, looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, opening it up. Thoughts?
That one felt a lot better than the one you did previously. A lot better.
Ah.
Yeah, no notes. That was a great read.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing what microphone position can do to your read. I will agree. I felt that that had the appropriate softness and calmness that came with having to be more careful with being closer up to the microphone.
Hmm.
So I like your setting, and I really like that delivery. I think the previous one that we were kind of conflicted on, and this one would be fantastic A and B takes to send in.
All
Because the
right.
first one had more of that, that down home, you got a book open on your lap, storytelling reader feel to it.
Hmm.
And this one had a little bit more of a casual one-on-one feel to it, but still with that, because you were so up close to your microphone, still with a lot of that same intimacy and calmness that this kind of asks for. So,
Mm.
yeah, fantastic reads.
Thank you.
So yes, this is another thing about microphone technique. It's shorthand. Zone 1, 2, and 3 are shorthand. There's no
Yeah.
like specific like location from the microphone, but essentially, zone 1 is really up close to the microphone. It's where a lot of the softer and more intimate reads come from. Zone 2 is going to be your standard, like thumb and pinky kind of distance, the regular talking distance from the microphone. And zone 3 is going to be really backed up so you can be a little bit louder. So it's just general mic technique that you could use. This is why it's really important to be able to have an open space to record in. I always suggest that when people look to create a recording space, they give themselves enough room that they can reach out from wall to wall with their arms fully outstretched. You just need to be able to give yourself enough room to emote and move and do what you have to do, and even back away from the microphone if need be. So, your
Okay.
recording space, the amount of physical room you use around you, is just as important as your microphone presence, how you sound on the mic itself. So you could have a fantastic microphone, but only if you're right up here on it, and it will make all of your recordings sound like you're right up here on the microphone. um, Having something that can allow you a lot of movement and a lot of play is really, really key. It's really important to being able to offer your clients a lot of variety in what you can give them. So, just a thought. Please always do your own research. I'm just a dude who likes this stuff. I'm not 100% an expert on everything. So, with that, let's go ahead and move this along over to James. Yeah, 11 years and I'm still here. Anyway, James, you're up. Go ahead and give us a read whenever you're ready.
Alrighty. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real, yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And the answer came, your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
All right, opening it up. What did you guys think?
I really liked it, but the one place, and this is a nitpick, uh, after Where Are My Roots, you took quite a long pause before you continued.
Hmm, okay.
But besides that, it sounded great.
And the answer came, or with the roots will grow.
Uh, and an answer came.
Okay.
There was a big pause with that question.
Hey, are you having internet connection issues out where you're at?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
I've been
'cause
hearing a tick this entire time. I'm glad it's not just me hearing it.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
every
there's like a
time.
sort of buzzing. There's like a sort of buzzing, rattling noise on your end.
Only when you're
Uh,
talking.
Maybe that could be it.
let me restart my interface. That usually does it.
Maybe it
okay.
could be like a loose cable or something.
All right. Well, then we will we'll hold your place here. We'll come back to you when you reconnect. But for now, we'll go ahead and move it along while you do that. All right. So Andrew, you are in the interim up for James.
All right.
How's how's this?
Oh, I didn't. Okay. Going back, actually. Sorry, Andrew. Didn't mean to do that to you. Yeah, no, you sound much, much clearer.
Okay, good, good.
All right. All right. So anyway, I'm sorry to psych you up for that, Andrew, but we're gonna go back to James here. Let's go ahead and give him some feedback. What did you guys think of James's read?
It definitely felt like a narrator in this case. I'm not sure what you went with. It kind of took me back to those Rankin Bass like Christmas claymations. It felt a lot like a narrator from one of
Yeah.
those. So I really liked it in that regard. Um, but it definitely felt like a narrator if that's what you were going for. I think it was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
If
totally
only I
getting
could do
Sam.
that.
Yeah.
Burrow lives.
Yeah, it
So
really sounded like he was telling a story. Um, you could see, you could feel the inferences and um, how things were getting mapped out. It was very believable.
Alright.
I thought the pace was really good. Really, um, I liked it.
James, who's your character?
I was just going for the storybook narrator.
Okay, yeah, because that's what it sounded like. It actually sounded relatively impersonal,
Okay.
and it sounded like you were deeper in your pitch, like you were trying to go for a tone that's just lower than what your normal reading tone is. And see, here's the thing, like this is basically written for you, James. Like this is right up your alley. Like your normal natural tone and the fact that you are a father, you have a child, and you know what this experience is like having like sometimes quiet moments with your child. Like that's what this should bring up.
Are we supposed to have quiet moments?
Um, okay,
No,
maybe. Okay, all
I'm
right.
joking. I'm joking.
Clearly,
They happen.
my lack of experience in that field showed through. But
They happen. I'm just being funny.
I have a 2-month-old. I'd like to know when the quiet moments happen.
Oh,
Well,
buddy, you got some time.
hey. First off, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
fantastic. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And that's the thing though. The rare quiet moments should stick out a little bit, shouldn't they? Because they're so rare. They don't really happen all that often. So, yeah, less just faceless audiobook narrator and more father reading his child a story.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real, yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
All right, opening it up. What do you guys think?
Best read yet. not just of yours, but of the session. I feel
Mhm.
like Mike's prompt really helped you bring your script, which already had a solid foundation to life. Like
Mm.
you really, you were brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was that look?
Nobody else? I was just like, come on, anybody? Anybody? I don't know. I'm really bad at expressing things with my face. Um, so let's make a slight change. I want to put you in a
Sure.
completely different, or a slight, not a completely different
Mm,
situation, but a slightly different situation, and let's see what that does. Much like what we did with Zaxel, I want to get
Mm.
you on zone one with this next read. So here's the deal: you're reading, you have read a much longer story to your child, and they're now asleep, and you wanted to finish it up. So think about those like
okay.
typical kind of like the child is already asleep and the parent just finishes the story to make sure they're all the way out, right? That feel. So
Sure.
get up close to the microphone. It's really quiet. Your child, you have a son, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, he's already asleep. He's been out for a little while. You can hear him breathing softly and just completely relaxed, and just carry this all the way through to the end.
All right. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real, yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Opening it up. What'd you guys think?
I felt the scene in that one.
That was definitely a father
Yeah.
like
Very fatherly. Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah, your clear sense of scene there really, really like if I was casting for this, I would immediately set that read as one of the short lists for me because
Yeah,
it
it's in
it,
the running
it
for sure.
really stuck out. Like I almost saw like the smaller room, everything's dimmed. You're just reading by that little tiny bit of light. You know, your son's in his bed, completely out, and it's just one of those touching family moments. Like absolutely 100% fantastic read.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. All right. We're moving along now. This time for real, Andrew, I promise. No more interruptions. Whenever you're
Uh,
ready.
there once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet, looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Boslem Hill.
Okay. Opening it up. What'd you guys think? Feedback? Directions? Notes?
Muslim? Muslim?
Balsam.
Awesome.
Balsam. Balsam. All right.
Balsam.
Bal.
Exactly.
Balsam.
Yes.
Balsam. Balsam Hills.
Yeah, not balsam. Balsam. Balsam is or not that kind of workout. Um,
Rock'em
you've
sock'em
been
balsam.
Andrew, I think you've been looking at too many foreign languages. Starting to transpose a few letters there. Yes, balsam. Anyway, beyond that though, performance wise, how did Andrew do?
I think it kind of sounded a little bit samey throughout the whole thing. It was definitely felt safe. It was a safe read, but I kind of felt like when it got to the point with sincerity, it didn't feel
Mm.
like there was a change.
Mm,
Like he was talking as the person answering the question.
all
It just
right.
felt like he had the same voice the whole time.
Agreed. I didn't hear a lot of distinction there. To me, the pace felt a little quick. Um, Personally, I think I'd like to see you slow down just a little bit.
All right. All right.
Andrew, who are you in the scene?
I'm
What's your character?
in my mind. I was the sitting around the fire telling the story.
Okay, you have a scene, but who are you?
Hmm.
You didn't really think about that, did you?
Mm-mm,
Okay,
I didn't.
cool. Then we have something to work on a little bit. So, who are you? Let's go ahead and solidify that because we talked about a few things already. But what makes the most sense in your mind?
Hmm. In my mind, it would probably be like a grandfather,
Okay, so is that
telling
who you are?
stories to grandkids.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Give me the situation again. You were around a fire, was it?
Yeah, yeah, next to the fireplace with
Next to the fireplace. Okay,
hmm
okay.
Mm.
So then it's around that time. It's cozy. It's next to the fireplace, and you're telling your grandkids a holiday story.
All right.
Now, let's see if that gives you a little bit more to work with whenever you're ready from the top.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, opening it up. How was this read that time?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Mhm. Mm.
Thanks.
I think that your accent definitely plays very well to this kind of thing. It works super well for um, Christmas trees. Honestly, it just feels like it sits right into it. But the pacing felt way better for me, and it was way warmer. Um, Definitely loved hearing that one.
Thank you. Is there anything I would like to see change just as for fun? Thank you.
Pirate Santa Claus.
If you do decide to go with Pirate Santa Claus, both Yar and Ho 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 are required to be in the read at some point. Just
Dear
Or
God.
saying.
maybe Yar Ho Ho.
Ho ho yar.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try.
Ho Yar Ho. I don't
Yarrow?
know.
I don't know how good my pirate voice is.
Oh, but it's an accent. It's not a voice. It's an accent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Accent.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, joy.
Yeah, no, we'll let you off the hook with that one. Um, I'm gonna direct you in a different direction. Um, I want you to do the child falling asleep, father reading to the child read, like James did.
All right.
I want to see if you can embody that same
Mm,
same scene with um, the same presence and on the
mm.
microphone and everything.
All right.
Like, don't copy it, but just really get yourself in that scene.
Hmm.
And I have one technical adjustment on that one. You did it on both reads where you say, where are my roots? the emphasis on roots makes it sound like you had them but then lost them. Where are my
Mm-hmm.
roots? Like, where the heck are those things? I think the key, from the paragraph above is,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fake tree that wants to be a real tree. It's like, hey, where are my roots? So I think if
Mm-hmm.
you put the emphasis on my, it kind of brings up the point that, yes, I'm as this character of being a tree.
Mm-hmm.
I am a manufactured tree, not a real one.
All right.
Therefore, I
All
never
right.
had roots to lose.
Mm-hmm. That makes
But
sense.
it felt a little, I don't know, disjointed with the rest of it, I think.
All right. All right. Anything else? There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
All right. Opening it up. What did you guys think?
Yeah.
The tag.
Hmm.
Other than that, I think you nailed it.
Balsam Hill?
Yeah.
Balsam Hill.
Balsam. All right. Balsam Hill.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. We'll just slap that one on at the end there.
That's what audio editing's the Audacity is for.
Absolutely, exactly, exactly. This is why you don't apologize for why you mess up because you just cut it out and it's gone. But anyway, opening it up. What did you guys think of that read?
Thanks.
So this is actually really, really interesting because a really good way to offer your clients an A/B take is to put yourself in a completely different scene. This is
Mm-hmm.
why like I find it so important to like approach every single script by the mantra. All scripts are character scripts. Every
Mm-hmm.
single script is a character script. I don't care how dry it seems, you're still a character in it. And there's
Mm-hmm.
always a character with their own backstory and their own depth of personality and who they are, and a scene that takes place around them. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe if you feel really comfortable as a particular character, you can put them in a different scene, which will alter how you deliver it. And that would
Mm-hmm.
be a really, really fun way to create an A B take. So, for instance, with this one, you could do one where you're outside and you're fishing together, right? So you're on the boat, water sloshing all around you. It's just a lazy day. You got the line in the water and you're just lazily pulling it back up. It's less about catching the fish and more about just being away from everything else in nature, right? And then the other one could be, yeah, you are now inside. Your child is going to sleep. They're like they've just completely clocked out, but you're finishing up one last little story for them just to make sure that they're absolutely out. And those are
Mm-hmm.
two disparately separate scenes with disparately separate feels, but the same subject, right? That
Mm-hmm.
coziness with family interacting together, which is kind of the whole thing about the holidays, right? And by family, of course, I don't mean just blood relatives and things like that. The family you make along the way as well. But you get the idea. Oh, geez, does that mean I have to interact with my brother? Like it's been I don't know how many years. You know what? That's fair. Tell it like a horror story. You're in a hiding spot.
Clearly.
Yeah, you're in a hiding spot, running away from the monster that's trying to find you, and you're desperately giving out one last message before they catch you.
There once was a tree.
Yeah.
There once was a tree,
There once was a tree,
lovingly
lovingly
made to look
real.
real.
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah,
real
can I
wasn't
get
enough.
less Father at Bedtime and more Blair Witch? That'd be great.
How about that? Impending doom.
Brennan once again on point with his GIF game. I swear. I swear. All right.
Carmelo.
Anyways, with all that being said, let's go ahead and move it right on to Brick and Brack. Whenever you're ready, man, let's hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay. There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Forgive me, I'm going to retake that. Uh, There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And the answer came, your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, opening it up. What did you guys think?
I really liked that one, actually. That was really good. I could hear the emotion in that. I could hear the sincerity in that.
Yep. Um, no, I wasn't going for the bedtime story feel that time. Um, I was I was trying to be a storyteller. Uh, when I read over the script and was talking about the tree not knowing its origin and whatnot, I just pictured like a recently adopted child integrating into a new family, and me as maybe I'm an adoptive parent, you know, telling a story to sort of better ingratiate them into the family to let them know that, or her, that they're welcome. They have an origin now. They're creating one now with us. I'm sort of telling them that through this story. So thank
So
you.
I think it could
Yeah, that's
use,
very clever.
yeah, I think it could use just a little bit more refinement. Like, I
Sure.
want you to actually see somebody. Like, I want you to see this child that you've decided to foster. Like, I want you to see their face, and I want you to see it light up as they get it, as they understand what it is you're trying to tell them. Like, you love them, and you really want them to feel like they're actually involved with you. You know, you've chosen them, you've brought them into your home, and you want them to feel loved. So I'd like to hear that intention for this next one. So it's just a little bit of a refinement of what you did, but I think you're right there on the cusp of having something to really stand out.
Okay. Um, there was once a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, that tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, a note on timing. You came in a hair over 27 seconds. So you've got plenty of room. And that was actually going to be my main feedback for you this time
Mhm.
was slow it down a little bit.
Slow
Allow
down.
us to actually
Yeah.
hear and feel what it is you're trying to tell your child. And much like what James said to Andrew, where are my roots?
Oh,
Instead of where are my roots?
oh, I see.
Where did I place those things? They go all over the place. Roots, where are you?
Yeah.
No, it's where where are my roots?
Yeah, like I lost it. Yeah, totally. I totally
Yeah.
did deliver it that way.
Well,
Okay.
then you leave it to us. It's nice there, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. What did you guys think?
Oh, right.
I definitely liked this one more than the first. I thought the first one was still like it was a different take and it was still warm, but it was more like warm to a room full of orphans rather than like one direct orphan. And this time it felt way more directed. I think if you were to put in another or just put in a little bit of extra time on the point you make when you say your roots will grow, at that starting point, I think is where you could take a little more time to kind of make that point.
All right.
Gotcha.
Anybody else? Okay. Yeah. No. I think this should be telling you something, Brick-a-brack. You are like this close. You are just this close. So, just the minor adjustments that we talked about. Whenever you're ready.
There was once a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet, looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay. I didn't time it this time, but your pace sounded much more relaxed and your engagement turned up just a little bit more. I'm going to open it up to everybody else. What did you
Yeah.
all think of that read?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay.
Perfect pacing, perfect tone. I feel like the idea that you contributed really it was really solid. I could definitely picture the reaction of the kid you're trying to console and comfort through this little fairy tale. So yeah, you did great.
Loved it. Excellent take. Would definitely pick that.
Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic. Um so you nailed that one. Totally happy with it. But because we have some time, let's hear a different scene. Why don't you go ahead and tell us, an alternative scene that you'd like to give a try with this one?
Okay. How about um the other thing that comes to mind is just the the, the sort of elder that's telling a story to the youngins, reinforcing the value of family. And that, us getting together is what's most important. And he's
All right.
echoing that through this story.
Then let's hear that read whenever you're ready.
Okay. There was once a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night, it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, that tree, or the tree, felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
And you know what? Even though you had just come up with that idea on the fly, that
Yeah.
scene on the fly, you delivered it really, really well.
Ah!
Were you a little bit nervous at all when it came to approaching that scene? Because it was really, really quick, kind of just dropped right on you.
No, thank you for asking. No, I wasn't nervous.
Okay. Okay.
Only because, well, like so many other people had gone before me with with a similar framework in mind. So they kind of laid out a blueprint a little bit, to be
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Yeah, because there's this really interesting kind of concept that I've been dealing with for a little while now, and I'm sort of trying to feel it out. That putting yourself on the fly like that, and giving yourself not a whole lot of time to prepare, puts you in a really interesting position to focus heavily on just your own creativity and your own creative skill. Because it's less about having all of that time to prep and more
Yeah.
about, okay, what can I pull out from my experience and from my understanding right this very moment? And it kind of like turns on that drive and puts you on the spot, right? It's that sort of um, uh, dare to be afraid, because in that discomfort you have to rely solely on your creative skill. And while I don't think we quite hit that, I think what you showed was a really, really cool proof of concept of something like that. Now, again, this is just a thought. I'm also a voiceover philosopher, I suppose.
Yeah.
Um, so I can't necessarily say it's going to work for everybody, but it was. I think it was really interesting that you quickly came up with this idea and delivered that idea really, really well. Yes, thank you, Brennan. Too much prep time lets you overthink, and that's why
Oh,
I try not to put the scripts out too early, because I don't want people to be practicing themselves into a hole. I've seen that way too frequently. Like, you really have to work to bring yourself out of that, and when you do that in an actual session, if you like really super over prepare in an actual session, then you're not offering your clients the wide range of skill you actually have. You've narrowed yourself into just what you feel most comfortable with. So I think that was
yeah.
I think it was at least it was fun to listen to on our end. I don't know how you felt about the situation, but you delivered both scenes very well.
Oh, thanks, guys and gals.
Alrighty then. Um, Moving right along, Amanda, you're up.
Okay. There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the heart of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Okay, opening it up. What do you guys think?
All right, this is a little bit of a nitpick, but you hit real every single time as the keyword in the sentence, uh, where I think that it made it sound like the purpose of the commercial was to make you think real, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like I did kind of highlight the real a lot. What do you think I should do differently?
I mean, you could hit like it wanted to be real, you could hit the B instead of the real, or let's see.
No, yeah. So the idea is you want to move your emphases to different places.
Hmm,
So real is repeated over and over again. You don't need to do anything with that because it's all over the place in the script. So now look at all the places where real is in the script, and look at the things that are being highlighted or compared or modified by that word. So, for instance, there once was a tree lovingly made to look real. You could emphasize real there. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real.
Yeah.
But since real is in the script, how many times is it? One, two,
4?
uh, yeah, it's like four times. Um, yeah, four times. Because it's there. Don't hit real. Look real. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real. No, 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 no. It wanted to be real. um, as you create very real memories. Create memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Joy is the key word there. So you want to shuffle the emphasis to a completely different word. Those are the things that need the emphasis, not real.
Ah, okay. I'll give that a try.
Amanda?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. No, no, you were first. Okay. Okay. Uh,
What do you have to say?
regarding the second half, when you're giving the solution, your roots will grow within the hearts. Um, maybe when you're at the second part, uh, you can maybe emphasize how the solution is in creating very real memories, so it doesn't sound not to say it sounded all like one way, uh, all the way through, but maybe hitting that will, I think, will create a greater sense of emphasis. I lost for words today.
Yeah. Create very real memories. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, because I feel like
Mhm.
to really tell that story, I really have to like really put myself in the shoes of the tree. I'm not telling it from the tree's perspective, I'm just trying to give it a real read. Telling a story and like really feeling the story as I tell it and relating to the character.
Mm.
All right. So for this next approach, make sure that you emphasize the words that really need the emphasis. Real is the emphasis is in its repetition. So look real, be real, create real memories, or create very real memories, and real joy, right? Joy at the end there. Whenever you're ready, from the top.
All right. There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Let me do that again.
Why? Why? You started off great.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want me to move on to the next one?
No, no,
Or do you
now
want
that
me to
you've
like
interrupted yourself, unfortunately, that flow is now gone.
I know.
From the top.
See, this is this
Okay,
is this is
okay.
why the Dan rule is so important. You talked yourself out of a good read. You started all
Okay,
right.
okay, okay, let me do that again. Sorry,
I
I'm
liked
I'm
it.
nervous.
From the
Thank
top.
you.
From the top.
There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. The tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Timing wise, you came in at a hair under 29 altogether. Um, opening it up. Or sorry, a hair under 30. So 29, almost 30. But opening it up, what did you guys think of that read?
Loved it. And I gotta say, the way you hit and for the first time at the very end there, I could really feel the warmth and the like joy in that sentence. Like you truly felt like, yeah, this is the first time it was real joy. That was you nailed that one. Excellent.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I thought, yeah, the investment was clear as day. Um, well, actually, going to what Mike said, if you were still under 30, and even with that little foible you made at the end, that means you still have time to even like um, take your time some more. So uh, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, again, even though there is a time limit set
sure.
on the script itself, that does not mean that it's still not your time to just do things, to just make your choice and flow through the scene naturally. If you do need to button it up, they'll tell you to button it up. But what they want to hear is your choices, your decisions. When you are actually behind the mic, when you get hired for this job, they expect to hear what you bring to it, and they're just going to slightly shape and mold that into to fit what they need.
Are you just saying, is that your way of saying I'm going a little too fast, or?
What I'm saying is, don't question yourself right at the very, very beginning of your read. Let that go. Just dive into a scene, go with it, and if you need, and if the client wants you to change it, they'll let you know.
How was the read overall?
The read overall was fantastic.
Q.
Besides the little flub up at the very end, which is incredibly minor, I think your emotional investment was the most important thing that we wanted to hear from this read, and you gave that to us. And the funny thing is the way that you started this read was very similar to the one that you interrupted yourself on. They were very, very similar reads. But the thing is the difference is you continued through with this one.
Mm.
You kept going. Now, yes, there are times where you shouldn't do that, 100%. And that's more of if you accidentally trip over a word, sure. But if it's an emotional decision that you feel you're not making quite right, adjust it as you read. Just keep going. If there's no technical flub ups, then give them the full delivery. And if they want something different, they will tell you.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Does
I actually did give myself that breath. I just hadn't.
Mm.
I think I personally felt like I had a time limit. It's like, okay, you got from this time to this time to calm down, and go.
nope, nope,
Yeah.
nope, 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 nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope, nope.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the only time the 30 seconds actually matters is when you are delivering the script. However much time you need to take before. That's why I always say whenever you're ready. I'm expecting people to take their time. You're perfectly fine. This is for you to practice. This is for you to learn the feeling of getting into the right headspace and delivering it to the best of your ability. Like that's why we have this here. So if you need to take time. That's not only is it perfectly fine to do, it's expected. So
I'd
Thank
that
like to
you.
is
make one more
oh yeah, go ahead.
suggestion. Um, Amanda, actually, regarding that first line, um, you did it, but maybe also consider honoring that comma just a little bit more. You did. I think you did. But the first time, but even I think a little bit more will really start to create that distinction between, how the tree was created lovingly made to look real, yet that wasn't enough for the tree. So I think that could be a great segue into really detailing how that tree feels, that contrast, create some contrast there. Just honoring that comma a little bit more in that first sentence, just a smidge more.
Okay. Thanks.
Do you want to hear that first sentence over again, Brick-a-brack?
I would love to.
Okay. All right. Amanda, just the first sentence, whenever you're ready.
Okay. There once was a tree, lovingly made to look real.
All right, Brick-a-brack. Was that what you wanted?
Yeah, I did. That is what I wanted. She gave it to
Here, and
us.
I'm glad you got what you wanted.
Awesome. Awesome.
Check's in the mail.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
Amanda,
That means a lot.
fantastic job. Moving right along to me. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. All right, opening it up.
Great pacing. Were
Yeah,
you
I'd
watching
say
the
so
timer?
too.
As you read. It was great pacing. Um,
All right. Time for
Oh, okay.
fair.
I also noticed at the end, it did seem like Balsam Hill felt like it was kind of just, I don't know. I feel like there should have been something special about
Get a billboard.
Balsam Hill, and then it just really didn't.
Okay. Okay.
all right. Who was your character and what was your setting?
So I was drawing on an experience that I had a long time ago with one of my nephews. I was actually out here in Texas for Christmas with my sister and her family, and we were hanging out playing video games. And he was sitting on my knee while I was on the couch, and just watching along. And this is when he was really really young. So I was kind of imagining, I was kind of telling him all that stuff that was going on screen and kind of letting him in on what was happening. And that was kind of that was the memory that I drew from. So it was me talking to my nephew.
Yeah.
I could feel that warmth, and I think you carried that warmth throughout the entire read. I think that what happened was that it almost got so warm, it almost got a little sleepy
Okay.
there for a
Okay.
bit, and so yeah,
Okay.
Mm.
and just picking up a little bit of, like, putting maybe just some of that, mm, that nostalgic joy back into it. Yeah, making it a little more upbeat.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Um, yeah, actually,
Okay.
to add on top of that, so maybe a potential way to do that is put some emphasis on some places. Um, instead of it, maybe like where at the end the tree felt real joy. Maybe some slight emphasis. So it felt real joy. Um,
Okay.
as opposed to just sort of something to consider.
Okay. Okay.
That'll do it.
Wait. 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 Felt real joy or Balsam Hill? Which last line? Oh. Okay. All right.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Happy ending.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else? All right. Let's try this again. Does somebody have some way that they can time my read?
I got one. I got a stopwatch. Hang on.
Okay, well we'll have like multiple stopwatches going. We'll see if they
Okay.
correlate. We'll see what the internet thinks about my lag. All right, Carissa, are you almost ready? Okay, almost. Since I've been timing you guys, it's only fair that I get timed as well. So,
Payback.
okay. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill.
Looking at it under 28 seconds.
Okay. 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 So it went from sleepy to less sleepy. Okay. Brennan, now read it like a horror story where it finds its purpose and joy in killing people.
Do it.
The tree is a serial killer.
Plot twist.
Well, I mean, come on. They've already had Santa as some kind of action hero recently, so I mean, why not, right? No, wait. Wasn't there a horror movie where the tree actually like came alive and murdered people? Well, yeah, I no, this. Yeah, but that's just allergies turned up to 11. Um,
There's one about
Well,
a tire that kills people, and there's one about a bed that kills people. I mean,
hey.
it's in the pipeline, I'm sure.
it's somewhere there. If it can't kill people, we if it can't kill people, human beings will make a movie about it killing people. I swear. Um, it'll happen. It'll happen. It'll happen. All right. So then, uh, were there any? Was there any direction or changes that I need to make for another read, or are you guys happy with what you heard, and should we move on?
Um, I'm. I don't know if it makes the read better or worse, but every time you were making the emphasis the word before real. So like you did the emphasis on look real, be real, very real. And so, mm,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm.
No, there's only four of them in a 30-second script, so that's a lot. I mean,
I
if you
count
want, I could
five.
give it a try again and see if I can vary up that emphasis if you think that might make more sense.
I don't know. I was just gonna say I would kind of like to hear it just to see. I mean, those might be the places where it belongs, but I'm just curious to see where else you might put the emphasis.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Carissa, what were you gonna say?
Mhm.
No, no, I didn't sneeze. I was mimicking the sound of someone vomiting. Go on, 'cause it said it threw me up, you know? Anyway, that was easy. Let's
Oh,
continue.
Oh, okay, I get it. Really? That's
Oh,
interesting.
okay, okay.
That part, no, loud and clear. And actually, for me, when I heard it, I I kind of liked it. I like there was like a tangible certainty, and this is how the solution is done. So it wasn't as heartwarming as other. It still was, but that certainty in this is how you do it. This is how you solve the problem. I could sort of hear that distinction. It rubbed me the right way.
All right. Well, let's see what I can do with it. We'll go with it. Let's see if I can give that a little bit more sincerity,
Mm.
and if I can vary up the emphases around real. There once was a tree lovingly made to look real. Yet looking real wasn't enough. It wanted to be real. One night it wondered, where are my roots? And an answer came. Your roots will grow within the hearts of those around you as you create very real memories. And for the first time, the tree felt real joy. Balsam Hill. Okay, opening it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fully agree.
All right. Well, that the script is fantastic. I really
Yeah.
like the script.
Yeah.
Truly. No, 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 no. I need to keep my head deflated. Thank you very much. Um Anyways, before this gets any more weird, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and call the uh broadcast portion of it, but we Carissa, please. Yeah, and we need to go eat. We still have a couple people we should get. We need to open up the opportunity to. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of them off stream. For those of you who joined us and viewed on Twitch or YouTube, thank you so much. You know where all the links are down below. Once again, thank you so much to all those who support us on Coffee. We've got a lot of cool stuff that we are working on to try to make um, your voiceover careers a lot more smooth and hopefully to make you feel a lot more supported as well in your journeys, because we know that getting into voiceover can be kind of confusing and crazy and all over the place. But you have friends, you have a family over here. Call back to the script. But we do want to help and support you guys as much as possible, as much as you have helped and supported us. So if you can, please consider taking a look at our coffee. But if not, perfectly fine. Just join us here and bring your voice and your point of view. We'd love to have you. So with that, thank you very much. For those of you who want to stick around for the other reads, please do so. But if not, have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you on Monday.